Hi, I'm Scotty Bennett with Texas Nights here at the Saxon Pub, and it's Texas Songwriters Hall of Fame Induction Week. So we're excited about this, and we've got some guests this week here on the show. My first guest today is Tamara Saviano. And Tamara, thank you for joining me here at Saxon Pub, this icon of music here. And we're talking about the Songwriters induction going on. And you've got a very special person you're inducting this Saturday. And
Yes.
tell us a little bit about Susanna Clark.
Okay. Susanna Clark from Atlanta, Texas. She was born in 1939. She died in 2012. And she's not very well known because her husband, Guy Clark, and her best friend, Townes Van Zandt, got all of the glory. But Susanna was a songwriter. She was the hit songwriter out of the three of them. Guy and Townes never wrote any hit songs, and Susanna made a living writing many hit songs. And she was a painter.
I found out she actually painted some world famous album covers.
Yes.
Tell us about those.
She painted Willie Nelson's Stardust cover.
That's iconic.
That's iconic. She also painted Quarter Moon in a 10-Cent Town, which is Emmylou Harris's record. And that line, Quarter Moon in a 10-Cent Town, comes from a song called Easy From Now On that Emmy recorded, that Susanna wrote with Carlene Carter.
Wow.
Susanna's biggest hit is a song called Come From the Heart, which Kathy Mattea made a huge hit, took it to #1 in 1989. Don Williams recorded it. Miranda Lambert recorded Easy From Now On.
Right.
Susanna's hit songwriter, really, really interesting woman, and a muse for all the songwriters in Nashville of that era.
What's your connection? Because I know that you have a lot of deep connection to Susanna and to the family. And in fact, we'll talk more about this in a minute. You've got a movie being premiered at South by Southwest in a couple of weeks. But how did you get involved with this group?
I was the managing editor at Country Music Magazine in the late 90s, and I met Guy through that. And then Guy and I became friends, and so I got to know Susanna. And then I spent 8 years with Guy working on a biography that Texas A&M published. And when I was working on that book is when I really became enamored with Susanna. As I said earlier, Susanna's voice was kind of drowned out by Guy and Townes. They were such big characters. So when we decided to do the movie, it's all told from Susanna's perspective.
Well, tell us about the movie now, because you said it's debuting, which is a huge deal at South by Southwest. Tell us about the movie, how that came about, and what we should look for.
Okay. So yes, our film is world premiering at South by Southwest, and Sissy Spacek is the narrator as Susanna. So it is Susanna's story of her relationship with Guy and Townes and how it shaped Guy and Susanna as artists.
Volatile at times?
Volatile,
A lot of times.
loving, crazy, some drugs and alcohol. But the thing that stays with you, I think, is the love that the three of them shared. Guy and Townes were best friends. Guy and Susanna were married, and Susanna and Townes were soulmates. So it's a very interesting relationship between the three of them.
It seems like music royalty there, and Susanna seems, like you mentioned, was kind of overshadowed by the other two. But inducting her this Saturday at the Texas Heritage Songwriters Association induction, it's a culmination of her career. And tell us more about what made her tick and your connection, obviously how y'all got intertwined, but you obviously know her a lot better than anybody in this room does.
Well, I wouldn't say that, because Rodney Crowell
He'll be in the room too.
Rodney Crowell knows Susanna better than anybody.
Okay.
Rodney and Susanna were very good friends. I have gotten to know Susanna. I did know her when she was alive, but I have really gotten to know Susanna by digging into her life. I'm probably Susanna's biggest fan, although her family will also be in the room, and they all love her. They called her Aunt Command. Yeah, Susanna, I think she was just, she was a strong woman. She didn't take any, anything from anybody. She championed artists. She was a muse for so many songwriters. I find her a fascinating character, and it's really an honor to be able to induct her. I'm very excited.
It seems well deserved. It seems like a lot of the artists that we see and hear about throughout history of music, country music, there's always a strong woman behind them that was like Susanna, was like some of the others that you see that kind of drove it, but we're always fine taking the back seat. But now it's great to have her inducted in the Texas Heritage Songwriters Hall of Fame, and we're looking forward to that this Saturday. And anything else you'd like to add about Susanna or the project you've got coming up at South by Southwest?
Well, first I want to say that everybody should come to the Texas Heritage
That's right.
Songwriter event because it is my favorite event of the year, and it's always a good time. I'm so happy that Susanna's being honored, and yeah, check out the movie Without Being Killed or Caught. Without Being Killed or Caught, and that debuts at South by Southwest. Of course, we're talking about the Texas Heritage Songwriters Association Awards, or the induction, I should say, and that's this Saturday, February 22nd at the Paramount Theater. It's always a great show. I'll have the lineup here shortly, but thank you very much, Tamara, for joining me on Texas Nights, and we look forward to seeing you Saturday.